Hello friends, enemies, and strangers who I have probably never seen before. My name is Blay, and today I shall be reviewing the X Plus Deforeal Biollante. This figure was released in 2021 and it is fantastic. Like, just straight up. I think that should be pretty, like, obvious just looking at it right now. Especially in 4K, aren't I fancy? So just to clarify with anybody who's unfamiliar, X Plus figures don't really have articulation most of the time. So we're really mostly going to be talking about detail and paint and all the awesomeness and stuff. So let's get into it. We'll start off with her beautiful face. Look at her. Look at that mouth. Don't you just want to give her a nice, big, wet, lickery kiss? I've probably lost any viewers that I may have had. But yeah, the inside of the mouth has, like, they actually put in all the little rows of teeth and everything that she had. I say little, but each of these is probably like the size of a bus. I'm pretty sure what they did was they actually had like the lower jaw, like, well, I say lower jaw. The jaw is the lower part of the mouth, idiot. But the jaw, I'm pretty sure, was a separate piece that they like sculpted and painted and everything, and then attached it here, and they may have like sculpted some stuff around it to make it seem more like it was, like, you know, part of the figure originally or something, so it looks very seamless for the most part. Yeah. It helps also that the figure is a bit of a darker shade, so you don't really see it as much. But the teeth look really good too, like especially like the outer teeth you can see like actually have some like weathering and stuff, like there's sort of yellow at the base of them, which is pretty nice. And same thing goes for like the tusks on the side of her face as well. Look at her little snoot, those nostrils that could probably fit a school inside of them, honestly. The eyes are actually not a straight white, they're kind of more of a bloodshot color, which is interesting. They don't have any pupils, but like, that's accurate. I really love the sort of crocodilian shape that her mouth has. Like, it's especially noticeable with like the jaw, it's very scaly and stuff. Like bumpy and all that. There is some of that also on the top you can see, but it's definitely more noticeable on the bottom. She's got some like sort of little spikes right along her snout there. There's some on her eyebrows too, which is kind of cool, I guess. Spiky eyebrows are cool, right? I don't fucking know. Each of the vine mouths have their own like unique shape, which I think is really cool. Or not shape, but pose. You can see this one is like rearing back, like as if to say like, get the fuck back or I'ma bite you. This one kind of looks like it's actually sort of lunging forward, like it's in that sort of biting motion, like I'm gonna bite you now, motherfucker. This one kind of looks like she's just yapping to the main head. And so I told him, oh yeah, well what about the balls? And then this one is just chilling. There's also these two smaller vines, like sort of in the front here. I'm gonna assume that's accurate. I just saw the movie, in a movie theater no less, because a theater near my house is actually doing a big Godzilla marathon, which was awesome. Not to brag or anything, but I got to go and see one of the more obscure and fan favorite films on the big screen. Yeah, anyway, but I don't actually remember if these were on there. I think I was more busy looking at everything else on Biollante. You can see a bit of the orange sort of in like the chest area with the vines covering it. I know my lighting isn't perfect. The only lights I've got is like the ceiling light and then a lamp to the left of this figure, so that's not really, yeah, not perfect. I'll definitely invest in some better lighting later. But anyways, you got like the vines kind of covering up the orange bit there, and they kind of extend to over here, then transition into more like, I guess, meaty-ish plant stuff, I guess. The back of her is like kind of leaf-ish. These are kind of like leaf-looking or something, maybe even somewhat fungal? I'm not sure. More leaf, I'd say, but I think part of that is just the green. They're shaded a little bit lighter too, compared to like the rest of the body, which, you know, darker green and everything. Goes all the way to the top of her head where we already talked about her spiky eyebrows. The bottom doesn't really have anything going on other than like, you know, a thing that says like, oh, this was made by X Plus and it's part of Toho's monster lineup. The figure also came with little bits of like slime that you can put in your mouth, or like, I guess, acid. But I only ever open them for this video. I don't really display her with these, but I'll show you what it looks like, I guess. Okay, I think I've got them on correctly. I could be wrong. Like this one, kind of, you can see there's a bit of a gap here. This one just doesn't really feel like it fits too well on any of the teeth, honestly. So if I've got this wrong, maybe, then, you know, feel free to let me know in the comments how much of a big fat idiot I am. Joe, get out here. No, get it out of your mouth. Get it out. Let go, get it off. So precise comparison, I don't actually have the Deforeal 89 Godzilla. The best I can do is the 74. But judging by this, I'd say that like the scaling was probably really good on him. Biollante is definitely like way bigger than most Deforeals, which is really cool. And if you don't really have a Deforeal and you don't really see how big that is, here she is compared to like a standard 6-inch figure, the Heisei Godzilla. So side by side, she actually is like a little bit taller than him, which is pretty cool. Check that. Ha! So when I got her, she was just a little under 100 in like without shipping. With shipping, I think it was probably closer to like 120 or something. But I totally think it was worth it. This is an absolutely gorgeous figure. Detail is insane, so is the paint and just everything. It's so good. I'm not entirely sure how much she goes for now. I definitely recommend looking on like a Japanese site rather than, you know, eBay or something. I assume she's probably anywhere from 150 to like 250 probably, or more than that, I'm not sure. But whether or not you agree with me on this figure being incredible, it is. I think the one thing that we can both agree upon is that this was definitely a video. Bye bye.